Well, what's going on? We'll go back to my channel. Aiden Big 30 back with you another one. Today I'm going to do a reaction to video of a 26-year-old woman whose husband is in jail for life. Now, what he did to get himself in that hole, I have no idea. But she still talks to him on a regular basis, at least phone-wise. And we're going to get into it. In 3, 2, 1, let's go.
My name is Martriana, and I got back with my man after he went to jail. He has a life sentence. We don't know when he's getting out. People say pretty horrific things. Imagine waiting.
Now, if he has a life sentence without parole, chances are he ain't getting out anytime soon.
And when he gets out, you get cheated on and left. I'm sure his bunk buddy is in them drawers every night. Prison relationships is always a negative outcome. That is what most people think. But he will be coming home, and I'm certain of that. I'm sure. I invited my mama over today. She's brutally honest.
Oh yeah, cause she said so. He will be coming home. Cause I said he's coming home.
So I expect she gonna have some words. You need to think about the reality. What if he do come home, and what if he do have an eye?
Hold on. Let's check it out. She got baby hair, she got weave, and she got a neck tattoo. So why not? It make perfect sense now.
Baby.
Even her mom got a breast tattoo.
So this is like a magazine that I made of myself. It has a lot of stuff to do with like my relationship and just like where I want to be. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. That's one of my favorite words of affirmation, and that highlights me and Mandy's relationship now. If I want it, it's already mine. So if I want him to be out of jail, he already out of jail.
In her mind, he's out of jail. In reality, he's not.
Triana and I married my high school sweetheart after he was sentenced to life in prison. The hardest thing for me about Manny being in prison is me knowing who he is and feeling like somebody in there and they don't deserve that. You know what I mean? Outside of that, it's the fact that I don't know when he's going to get out. He has a life sentence right now. He's been in there for going on 7 years. People say a lot of stuff. Why stick beside somebody that's in that situation, or he deserves to be there and they don't even know him? Imagine waiting, and when he gets out, you get cheated on and left. I see it every day, fam. Ain't no way y'all think y'all soulmate is in the Department of Corrections. Don't worry about that. I'm sure his bunk buddy is in them drawers every night.
They probably are in them drawers playing hide the salami.
Somebody else called me a crash dummy. You coming to comment that benefited what? It did what?
Well, it may not benefit, but you still read it. You still took time and pleasure to read those comments.
Relationships is toxic, or it's always negative. It's always a negative outcome. That is what most people think. But we're regular, normal people like everybody else that just love hard. I feel like we're a good example of healthy. I have the choice to be with who I want to be with on the outside or the inside. And I choose to be with him, so that should be respected. I met Manny.
Hey, y'all should respect the fact that she's with Prison Bae. She's still married to him.
In high school, and I was only really interested in females. You could almost consider me lesbian when I was in high school, but I was interested in him. He knew I liked females. He knew I liked women. So he said, like, you can date women still. Like, I don't mind. Just let me know. He told me that was fine. So I had a little girlfriend or just somebody I was messing with. I told him about it, but it ended up getting around to school. And they kind of, like, talked about him for it and made him feel bad about allowing me to do that. It initially broke us up. In my mind, I was always with him when we was broken up. Nobody ever came even the little bit as close to him. When I found out that he was incarcerated, it was very hard for me. It was hard for me because I understood like he didn't deserve that. He doesn't deserve that. I just was looking at his charges and just looking at the situation. I'm like, that's not him. What's going on? So it caused me to have questions. I ended up seeing his cousin outside. After all these years, I was through with my relationship for good, and I was just kind of like, this is the time now to reach out. And I was like, tell him to call me. And he ended up calling me like 2 weeks later. It felt like my heart was literally like beating out my chest. I was on the phone just like, because it's like, how do you fit 9 years worth of words into this short conversation? I just felt
Man, this woman is lost as far as I'm concerned.
every single butterfly you could possibly have on this earth in my stomach. I didn't expect for us to get back together right away, at least, but he was just like, I love you the exact same, and literally every emotion I felt, he felt it, and I was like, this is it. That was my initial reaction to everything. I didn't get like a life sentence. I didn't think of it, nothing.
I think this chick right here is the perfect candidate to meet a therapist. To meet a therapist, if you will, because she can't get over her man, even though they're together and they break up constantly.
Nothing like that. It was more so like, okay, now what we gonna do to fix this? I just went right into solve this problem mode. Hello? How's your day going? I talk to him all day. He need to slow down. Because them calls cost, but we talk all day, and I love it. I try to visit him physically twice a month. Being able to see him physically, obviously, that's the best part. As far as my kids go, I feel like we're setting positive examples for them. My younger son, he now
Oh yeah, I can tell you setting a really positive example for them. Their dad's not home to help you protect them, to help you raise them. Yeah, I can see where she says they're setting a positive example for the kids.
understands jail, and we have not only tried to teach him that this isn't a place you want to be, but just because you're there, it doesn't make you any less of a person. He initially proposed to me over the phone. I'm like, yes, yeah, let's.
Now I hope she's not glamorizing jail when she told him that just because you're in jail doesn't make you less of a person. That's exactly what it does in my book.
I'm like, let's get married. Come on, let's do it. I'm with it. Let's do it. That day was very nerve-wracking. I always imagined having a big wedding and more people being there. He wanted more people to be there too. He was kind of like, babe, I'm so sorry that I'm not able to give you this. And you could tell when he was reading his vows to me, he was so nervous, and I just thought that was so cute. I'm satisfied. He could have gave me a ring pop as a ring, and I would have been perfectly fine because I know his heart and I know his intention. I was initially a little nervous about telling my mom. I tell her everything, so she knew we were back in communication. She knew that this was something that I always wanted, especially with him. So she was kind of like, "Are you serious?" I invited my mama over today to talk about me and Manny's relationship. She's brutally honest, so I expect she's gonna have some words.
When she first told me that she was getting back together with him, I was real skeptical. I made mistakes in him.
Now you see the mother? You see how young the mother look? She look like a teenage parent to me. For real.
Past being with people that's incarcerated and then it don't work out. When he come home and it's all this temptation out here, who's to say what's gonna happen? That's my worst fear. You need to think about the reality.
So what was your concern when we got back together and you realized he was in jail this time?
Baby.
Man, I swear they look like sisters. I swear they look like sisters. Cause like I said before, the mom looks mighty young to have a 26-year-old. Like I think the mom had her when she was in her teens.
Okay, I was like having skeptical kind of thoughts. Knowing the type of person that he is and for the crime that he's in jail for, it's like, what happened? Like, because I never knew him to be like a thug. So when I heard about the cases or whatever, I'm like, oh no, people change, you know. And I just didn't want you to get into a situation and regret it. I want to know that your future is bright. We feel like when he do come home, it's gonna be this type of way. Okay, he's gonna nurture you.
When is he coming home if he got a life sentence?
Gonna be there for the boys. He's gonna do what it takes to be the man that he is.
Man, they both delusional. If like I said, if he's serving life without parole, he ain't coming home. Simple as that.
But what if it don't work out like that? What if he do come home, and what if he do have an eye, or you know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying I won't make mistakes, but I do take what you say into consideration with a lot of things that I do. And I try my hardest not to lose myself because I get what you're saying. But I do think if worst comes to worst, I'm still enjoying him now. You know, like this is still what's making me happy in these moments. I don't feel like it will ever be a waste because I'm being loved the way I never thought somebody could.
I want you to support your husband. I never tell you not to support him or not to be there for him. But as far as you goes, like, you know, I've been married before. I'm divorced. And I lost myself in that marriage. However, I don't want to spoil the energy or nothing like that.
No, she said she lost herself in that marriage. How could she lose herself in that marriage? That's... I don't get it.
And so I'm gonna support you in your dreams and whatever you feel like makes you happy. Then I want to be there in that moment.
Well, I definitely appreciate you coming and just be honest because I knew you was gonna be honest, and I love you.
I love you more.
I like to say to the people that judge my decisions that it's probably some things that I don't like that they do, but I don't judge them. There's nothing wrong to me with loving somebody. This is what I'm doing. I'm just loving someone. It doesn't matter where he's at, where he resides. I love someone. The future holds a lot for us. He will be coming home, and I'm certain of that. I'm sure. As soon as he's out and they see that he is the man that he said he was gonna be, it's gonna be like, wow, you really were in love, man. And that's...
Wow, she still believes he's coming home. She still believes that. The delusion is real, people.
Beautiful.
What's the first thing you're going to do when he gets released?
You really want to know the first thing I'm going to do?
And that's the end of it. Oops. Anyway, my phone didn't crack. But that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. I think this woman is delusional. That if she thinks her man is coming home, even the guy that asked her the question said, when he comes home, what are you gonna do? And she said, I ain't no telling what you gonna do. Anyway, I'm out of here. Y'all push the like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.